What's going on, Buckeye Nation? This is another episode of Walks Buckeye Talks coming back at you. This is week three recap of the Ohio State versus Western Kentucky. Uh, the Bucks look like the Buckeyes. We played Buckeye football. Started out good. Kyle McCord. Uh, we got the tip. Ryan Day took the tip and um, march it down. Hit a big fourth down conversion to Mecca Buka after Kyle McCord missed Julian Fleming on a curl route. And you expect that sometimes with a young quarterback, the ups and downs, the inconsistency at times. That's something he has to hit because that's the first down. But came back with a jet motion, two slant routes on the wide side of the field, completed to Mecca Buka. Kind of had to climb up and get it, but Mecca Buka is so great, man. He's just so great, and I'll get to receivers later in the show, but. Marched it down. Travion Henderson, looking like Travion Henderson, scored. And that got us, I think that got us going, got us to a good start. I love when we take the ball, we march it down and score, put us up 7-0. Kyle McCord had a great day. I think 19 for 23, 318, one fumble, but he had a very good game. He was relaxed. He looked more confident. He looked like the starter. It looked like he didn't have to watch over his shoulder. He didn't have to worry about Devin Brown trying to play perfect. He looked like he looked like the starter, and I was that was a good sight to see for Buckeye fans. He looked confident. He looked decisive. A couple missed throws, here and there, but all in all, it was a good performance by Kyle McCord. Then Western Kentucky got the ball, and man, what a weird offense, right? What a fun offense to be in. If you're a receiver, offensive player, they spread you out wide, different formations, doubles, trips. They do like a stack, a lot of motion, a lot of screens. It was just a very funky offense. And when I saw that, I was like, oh man, this could go one or two ways. Either we could be in a shootout early, and if our defense is not locked in, this could be a headache of a game from a fan perspective and also a personnel perspective. Or our defense can rise to occasion, and I believe they rose to the occasion. That type of offense, you're going to give up some yards. The quarterback can sling it a little bit. You're going to give us some yards, and I thought our defense handled it very good, man. Different funky formations. I thought they did a great job. Our secondary is playing lights out. I think the first play, the first drive, they try to test Proctor in the slot route on the slot receiver. They try to test him deep, and he had very good coverage. That's something that Buckeye fans been talking about. Can Proctor cover? I think he can cover just fine. I saw him cover a few years back when they played Penn State during the COVID year. He was playing on the tight end. I think he's good in coverage. It's just he just being consistent, stacking good days, being consistent, breaking down, tackling. Proctor played it perfect. Didn't wasn't burnt. His eyes was right on the receiver. He wasn't peeking in the backfield, and he did his job. And I think that kind of gave the defense a little confidence. And then the secondary in itself was playing great, great. Didn't see much of Sonny Styles, but um, uh, Jordan Hancock gave up some yards. You're going to give up some yards. Nobody's going to play perfect in the slot, especially in the slot when you're playing all coverage. You really have to be locked in and really have to be very good at breaking on the ball and playing the hips of the receiver. And he gave up some. He gave up some. I think a lot of it was zone coverage also, and I think a lot of it was he thought he had. I think one time he thought he had safety help from Proctor, and he didn't have it. For the most part, I thought he played physical. And man, what a secondary! They're hitting. I love our secondary. We're hitting. We're setting the tone. We're setting the tone for the defense. It's just not our linebackers. The secondary is going to hit you. If you catch the ball, you're going to get hit hard. Running backs, if you come on the outside, you're going to get hit hard, and that's setting the tone. That's something that the defense has been missing the last few years, and I love to see it. But all in all, I thought our defense played well. Offensively, like I said, Kyle McCord had a big day. I loved how he played. I think Marv had a buck 26, one touchdown, the bomb from 75-yard touchdown. Kyle McCord threw a beautiful ball. The safeties bit on the play action, and Marv just running right by him. He's looking very fast this year. Like he's like gets separating from like a straight line. He's getting a lot of separation on the deep routes. That's good to see. Mecca, I think he had a few catches, 86 yards. He had a touchdown on the wheel route, and two touchdowns. Matter of fact, on one on the wheel route and one on the I look like the curl route. It looked like towards the wide side they did some type of RPO, and he came back on the curl and it took it to the house. He was wide open. So it's just those two guys. Like I said, you have to get the ball in those guys' hands in some way, shape, or form. And it's just going to be important later in the season that those guys are in a good rhythm, catching the ball, more confident. And they're also going to have to help Cal McCoy out too. The balls are not going to be perfect. They're going to have to help him out too. But Emeka played great. Julian blocking on the perimeter is great. The freshman, I said it last video, it looks like that kid has got a little bit of it factor in him. As a freshman, he's not Garrett Wilson as a freshman, I don't think, but he has a little it factor in him where he can be, if he stack good days and maybe next year you take that step, man, he looks like he's going to be a special kid for the Buckeyes, man. He got his first touchdown. I'm very happy for Cardinal Tate, man. I think he lost his mom this year, so that's just great to see. But the kid looks special. I think he's going to play a big role in this Notre Dame game. But that's a whole nother video I have to get to about the analysis. But all in all, receivers had a good day. Cade caught some balls, looked good. Fumble, got stripped. We can't be having that. For him to be he's a tough kid. We know he's tough, but sometimes he plays soft at times. It's not that he's soft, but he plays soft. And I hate to use a soft word because I don't think nobody who puts their body at risk like that is soft. But I just think sometimes he plays. I don't know if he loses his mental focus. But it's like he has to stay locked in. He has to become a better blocker for us because he's such an asset on the passing. He's so good passing. He has soft hands. And if we can get him going in the middle of the field, it just opens up so much. I think he's another person that has to have a big day for us in the middle of the field against Notre Dame. But all in all, offensive play good. Getting to the running backs, Travion, man, he's the key. Him and the O-line is the key. Travion he's looking explosive. He's looking fast. He's working on his vision. I thought on the swing route where I think Emeka was blocking, if he would have planted his foot and went up strong, I think he would have had maybe even a touchdown. He made that safety missed. I think he would have had a touchdown. He kind of went on the outside. It's like, I wanted him to plant that foot and get upfield. But all in all, he looks really good. I'm expecting big things for him this Saturday, man. He has the speed that we need to break this game, to give them troubles. I think I don't think they've seen a running back like Travion. Even last year, I don't think he was like he is now. I think he's going to be an asset, man. And I'm excited. Chip is another guy. That 1, 2, 3 with him and Mayan, man, I really think if our O-line can get it together and punish people, I think that three-headed monster can be dangerous, especially when it comes to Big Ten season. Gets colder, rookie, first-year starter, quarterback. We're going to need those three to really play some good football, running the ball hard. So I'm expecting him and Chip and Travion to carry the load this Saturday, but mix in a little bit of Mayan with a change of pace. He's a handful in that middle, so I'm excited to see the running backs this Saturday. But all in all, against Western Kentucky, they had a great day. Travion got in there twice. Chip broke a 40-yarder. Loved it. Been waiting on us to take it the distance with a running back, man. It seemed like it's been forever. Love it. I can't wait till Travion gets a hold of a 50-60-yarder, man, because that kid can run. But love to see Chip right up the middle. Look like a power gap scheme, man. Love it, and that's what we expect. That's what you do to inferior teams. That is how you handle it. You punish them. And I don't know. I'm saying you blow them out every time. I'm not saying you have to look perfect every time, but they have a bad defense. That's what you do to teams with bad defenses. You don't play with them. You don't try new things. You punish them. You show them why they're a bad defense, and you go out there. And I think that's what we did. I think Ryan Day talked about taking that next step, and I think we did that. And then on the O-line, I thought they played better. It wasn't so clunky. Look, they it's still a work in progress, but I think they're growing. I think they're getting better. I think it's still our best run plays or our power plays, maybe the 2 and 4 gap, or the 3 and 5 gap, right through that middle gap schemes. I think that's our best run right now. Maybe some counters, but I thought our line played well. I thought they did. I thought they played well. I thought they still ran a stretch to the boundary a couple of times, but I think it worked. I think that's what Trevion broke his first one on, if I'm not mistaken. So. For the most part, though, I thought we played really well. I thought we played well up front. We mauled a team that we should maul. That's what you do. But it's going to be a different challenge week in and week out with the offensive line. But we go as much as our offensive line and our running backs go. We know we're going to get from our receivers, our tight ends. We can our O-line play good football, pushing people when we need to run the ball, and that's the key. And I think Kyle McCord is going to have growing pains, but I think he's going to get better. But all in all, I thought the offense had a great day. We put up 63. The defense gave them 2 scores, so that's even better, man. And that's changing the topic for our defense, man. They played lights out, man. I love what I saw. They're playing fast. They're playing physical. They're rangier. They're just like, there's a lot of length out there. I love it. Our linebackers are playing great. Tommy and Steele are playing great football. Proctor is playing. I think he's a tone setter. Denzel's been a tone setter. He's hitting this year. You got Igbinosa. He's physical. He's long. Like Proctor, Latham can stick. Like it's nasty out there, man. I love to see it. I love to see it. It was like when I was watching the game, like maybe I think Kyle McCord that second half was kind of getting stuck. He was kind of trying to get it going a rhythm, and he couldn't find it. And then Devin Brown came in, but I was like, our defense is you can just tell they were just in such a good rhythm out there. They were just, anything that Western Kentucky tried to do, it wasn't working, man. They were playing, having fun. It looked like. Love to see the Silver Bullets play like that. I love to see the secondary hit. It remind me of the Malcolm Jenkins out there, and the Lattimores and the Wards. Mike Dawes, that's a long time ago, but Chris Gamble, like our secondary that can hit, man. I love it. I love to see it. We've been missing that. Our safeties are coming up. Latham and Proctor. If they can cover in space, the secondary is going to be one of the best in the nation. I'm calling it. If they can cover in space, the safeties. If Latham, Sonny when he's out there, Proctor, I think the corners are legit. I think the 3 corners are legit. I think Hancock is legit. I do believe Denzel is legit. He's been playing the best football out of any corner in a long time at Ohio State. And I think that Igbinosa, sometimes he's a little physical. I think sometimes he gets too high on his break. That's why sometimes you can catch it on him. But I think he's physical. I can't wait to see what Jim Knowles is going to have in store for Notre Dame. But I like what I saw from the defense. 2 scores because one was a fumble, a hit by Denzel Ward, and hit the running back, put his helmet right on the ball. Big Tylenol, love to see him playing good football. Everybody's been high on him. He's finally getting his just due. He's playing good. He got the touchdown, and then the true freshman, Matthews, the pick 6 broke on the ball. Beautiful. The ball was late. That's what you do, man. And it was just great coverage. Tim Walton is really getting those secondary guys playing good, those corners playing some good football. Physical, handsy, getting hands on balls. It's just a beautiful thing to see for a change for Ohio State football. So all in all, it was a good performance. Love to see everything about it. 63-10. We held them to 10 points for that offense. To me, that's a win. To me, that's a win on defense. No matter what you say, yes, Western Kentucky. I'm not that type of person. You're supposed to win these games. You're supposed to dominate. But to hold that type of offense to 10 points, that's not an easy task to do. And I guarantee that offense won't get held to 10 no more. I promise you. They can score. You can tell they can score. But it just wasn't working. And then our D-line, I think we had 2 sacks, but it was disruptive, though. You know what I mean? It made the quarterback think twice. And that's all. And that's what I like to see. You're not going to get the type of players like the Bosas or Chase Young. Those are special type of players. But if we can get a defensive line who's physical to the point of attack, who's stopping the run, and who's making a quarterback think twice, who's maybe holding it a little bit longer, getting out a little bit faster, or maybe his feet is not set to throw it. That's what you need. That to me, that's how our secondary is playing. That is also good too, because Whenever he's just too comfortable, any good quarterback's gonna pick you apart. But if he's thinking twice, if he's not setting his feet, if he's holding it, or you think he's not, it's just it's what they did, and that quarterback never looked comfortable. That's a guy who threw for almost 5,000 yards. He never looked comfortable, and I think he's a fifth year senior. Like, so he's played a lot of football. He's comfortable. He never looked comfortable. When our defenses started getting more physical and disrupting the offensive lineman and getting the backfield, it was just great. So we're gonna need definitely more of that as the season progresses. But I loved our D line. They're getting better. They're stacking days, and that's what I like to see for Game 3. I thought we took a next step, like Ryan Day stated, and I'm happy to see where we're going. You know, obviously we have a big test this week coming up, but all in all, the recap for West Kentucky, I give it like a A minus. Honestly, you know, we did what we were supposed to do. We looked like we took a next step. We looked comfortable. Everybody looked good. Our defense continued to play good football. That's what you want to see, consistency. From Indiana to Youngstown to now, they look pretty good. They look good, you know. Did they complete some third downs? Yeah, some fourth downs, I think. But for all in all, they played good football. They got some turnovers, and that's what you like to see is confidence. Confidence is key in any type of sporting, anything in life in general. You have to have confidence, and I thought we did that. So all in all, like, so I give it like an A. I give it like an A, you know. Was this stuff we need to clean up for sure? But as a fan, I'm excited. Can't wait till the Saturday. But all in all, I thought we played some good football against Western Kentucky, and so we'll see how it goes. You know, for this Saturday. You know, but all in all, I give it an A minus for the Bucks. I'm happy that we're 3-0. Great sight to see. Once again, this is the recap of the Western Kentucky Ohio State game. Like, subscribe, comment, give feedback. Other Buckeye fans out there, I greatly appreciate it. Another analysis for Week 4 Notre Dame will be coming out soon, so stay tuned, and I will talk to you guys later. Go Bucks!